Hi, today we're going to go through the setup of your new Invodent Dental Cart. Remove the plastic sleeve over the top of the cart. We'll go ahead and place our hand pieces into the cradle. The high speed is also marked HS, as well as just behind the seat, and low speed LS, followed by your air water syringe and the piezo. We'll just place the foot pedal here in front. For now, keeping all the cords out of the way. On the back of your cart, be able to loosen your height adjustment screw. Raise the cart to your desired height, and then tighten it back down. Move your cover to the foot pedal itself and shipping block that sits between the top as well as the compressor. And then on the right side of your compressor, we're going to go ahead and remove the yellow plug and pull the bag off where the intake filter is housed. What I like to do is just drop that plug back in that same bag, slide it over the orifice on your compressor, and then place the filter into its proper position. Okay, before we go ahead and we plug this in, our compressor, and start putting some pressure to it, let's make sure that that oil is between the min-max, the air bubble, on the oil check. And one last check before we plug it in. On the very back, there's a black box. We want that switch marked to auto instead of off. Go ahead and undo our surge protector wire. Go ahead and plug that into the wall. The green light on the side of the compressor indicates that the compressor is running, as well as you will be able to hear it slightly. It is about 45 decibels. Go ahead and we'll take our water bottles out next, discarding the plastic bags that are around them, and screwing them into place. So make sure we get it on there squarely so we're not cross-threading anything. And then just snug. We don't want to crank on these bottles at all where we'd be stripping anything out as far as the threads go. And the same one with that second bottle. Just get it started and then spin it on. Once it's seating, just a little bit more to just get it good and snug. Again, we don't want to crank on anything on these carts. Just get them nice and snug. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll put on the hand pieces. Removing the protective cover. High speed labeled on the handpiece itself, on the box for the handpiece, and the HS on the hose connection. Again, you'll want to oil these well beforehand, but again, this is just setup demonstration. Going into the low speed. And this one here is marked LS for low speed as well, just so we don't get those switched around and seated back in. Next, we'll go to the 3-way air water syringe. We'll just loosen the orifice, a quarter turn, with our tip end being inserted first. Push it into seat, and then crank it in place. Tighten that up. And last hand piece will be your piezo. Scaler. And this here will just slide right on. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and pressurize the system. There's a valve right on top. Go ahead and open that up. Be running air pressure throughout the system. And then next we'll go ahead and we'll turn our air to the water bottles on as well. Next we'll go through placing the Prophy Angle onto our new low-speed handpiece. We'll go ahead and open that so we have the red and black dot indicating that this is open, so we can remove that blank free. And let's grab a new Prophy Angle. There's a little slot on the back of our Prophy Angles that'll slide down to the little stud, and actually slide down right over that and seat in there. Once that's in place, we'll go ahead and turn this here so we're back to black on black. In other words, this is locked in place now. Once everything is locked in place and your angle is set, just step on the foot pedal. Make sure that we're going to go ahead and run that right around 20 to 25 psi. Okay, now for adjusting our water on our high speed, we'll turn that toggle on. Stepping down the foot pedal, and we'll just start turning the water out just a little bit, a little more than that. Okay, now we're getting a nice swirl coming off of the burr, just like so. Now we want to be running our PSI on our little pressure gauge here, right around 35, 37, somewhere in that ballpark. Okay, on the piezo system, we'll go ahead and I'll thread the tip on. And we'll just take our wrench once we have it to the end and just make it snug. Again, we don't want to crank on any of this stuff from the water bottles the same way, just so we get it good and snug. And we'll go ahead and we'll set our water, make sure our switch is turned to the on position for our piezo. Bring our power up a little bit, and we want it just so it jumps off the end of that tip, just like so. The water is actually coming out of the corner here, but we want it to come off the tip, so if we go subgingivally, we're getting irrigation down along the gum line, so we're washing any debris away.